Come on in.
Well, congratulations, old-timer. I don't know what you were doing, but you just warranted the involvement of the federal government. Lucky you. I don't want that.
So what have you got?
Well, Agent Wilmore, barring any unexpected revelation, looks like somebody shot this man in the back of the head.
Have we met?
Yeah, we both worked on that kidnapping last year, remember?
Sorry.
No problem. It was a big team.
So what was the time of death?
Well, preliminarily, I'd say he's been dead for about 6 hours, so that would make the time of death early in the a.m.
What caliber weapon was used?
Big, 45 looks like, maybe a 357. Hit him in the mastoid bone. That's that big, spongy mass of bone behind the ear. It shatters more easily, so there's an inordinate amount of damage. A lot of bone fragments get driven up into the brain. That's where Oswald hit JFK.
I take it you subscribe to the lone gunman theory.
No, I think aliens killed JFK.
Any sign of a struggle?
Nope. Either he was totally surprised or he knew his killer.
I gather there were no witnesses.
I don't think so, but you better check with Detective Astadorian. Medical examiner doesn't get much chance to interrogate bystanders.
Any idea what happened?
No?
Any thought on motive?
Robbery'd be my guess. Ask Astadorian. It's her case.
Can I get some copies of those?
Sure. Give me a name.
Craig Wilmore, FBI.
No problem. It'll take a couple days.
I don't want that.
What can I do for you?
Special Agent Craig Wilmore, FBI.
FBI? What's the Bureau's interest in this case?
I'm investigating the disappearance of 2 agents.
Okay, so what's the connection to this man?
My investigation led me to this warehouse. Inside we found evidence of foul play, including the blood of one of our missing agents. I spotted Wong, asked him a few questions about the warehouse. He lied to me. Now he's dead. I'm not certain what the connection is, but I'm pretty certain there is one.
I'll buy that. Interesting. This case just went from routine to fun. Thanks.
Anytime. So, what have you got?
Harbor Master found the body. He was shot once in the back of the head, large caliber by the looks of it, no witnesses, no sign of struggle.
That's it?
So far.
So, where's the harbor master?
Gone for coffee.
Have you questioned him yet?
Nope. Next on my list after search boat.
Any thoughts on motive?
Robbery, most likely.
So what was stolen?
Haven't quite gotten there yet, just about to go onto the boat.
Well, robbery seems unlikely to me. Didn't look like the old guy had much.
Probably true. But you'd be amazed at what people will kill for. He probably had a cigar box full of cash. Unless maybe he was killed for squealing to the feds.
I wish I thought that was funny.
Well, Wong didn't exactly run with the most desirable crowd.
Any reports of trouble in this area?
No. All's quiet on the waterfront.
That's too bad.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice to just pin this on gang activity and be done with it? All right, looks like it's time to board the good ship Agrippa. Care to join me? Answer me this. Where'd he put his fish?
What?
His catch. Where'd he put his catch? There's no freezers. Hell, there's not even an ice chest on board, so where'd the fish go? And by the looks of it, those are some pretty serious gas tanks down there. What's the matter with you?
What's the Terracon?
What?
Terracon. What is it?
I don't know, why?
I found this slicker in the cabin labeled the Terracon.
I guess it's the name of the boat. No, this boat's called the Agrippa.
Well, guess that adds another mystery to your list, doesn't it? Did you know Mr. Wong was taking stolen painkillers?
What the hell are you talking about?
I found a cache of pills in his cabin. No prescription labels, obviously stolen goods. Industrial strength quantities, too.
How interesting. Well, that certainly adds a sordid little wrinkle to things, doesn't it?
So, you still think the motive for his murder was robbery?
Let's just see what the autopsy reveals, all right?
So, what's your theory on the hold?
My guess is that Wong was not quite what he seemed. I think this boat was being used for something other than fishing, which certainly puts a spin on his murder.
Did you know fish stocks have been declining in this area recently?
No? Where'd you pick that up at?
Wong told me yesterday.
Ah, well, there's a reliable source.
I'm finished. I'm gonna take Wong here for his free ride.
Ask her to give me a call when she's finished.
Okay. It was a pretty easy morning. It shouldn't take too long.
Thanks. Well, the harbor master's returned.
Well, hello. I wish you told me there was two of you. I'd have brought another coffee.
That's all right. Agent Wilmore here is trying to cut down.
Well, still, I could have brought you decaf.
How long have you known Wong?
Oh, a few years. Started docking here in '94, I think. Yeah, early '94.
Did you notice anything unusual happening here last night?
No, none at all. In fact, it was real quiet.
Did Mr. Wong have any enemies?
I don't think so. I would say no, but, hell, these days, I don't know anything anymore.
Did you know if Mr. Wong had any financial difficulties?
No, I don't. I always paid his berth fees on time. Of course, things have been hard on everybody around here lately. I imagine he was feeling it too.
How long have you known Wong?
Oh, a few years. Started docking here in '94, I think. Yeah, early '94.
How long have you known Wong?
Oh, a few years. Started docking here in '94, I think. Yeah, early '94.
What's the Terracon?
Ocean-going tug. It burned at sea 2 months ago.
Really?
Why would Wong have a slicker from the Terracon in his cabin?
Well, I don't know. Don't think he knew those guys. They were Russian. Maybe he picked it up as scrap after the fire.
I think I remember hearing something about that. The crew all died, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Boat's over at the impound dock. You want to take a look?
Who owns this warehouse?
It's leased to a company called Majestic Shipping, out of the Far East.
Could you give me a phone number?
Well, depends on which number you want. They got offices in Hong Kong, Chechnya. So, which number?
The main number.
No, these guys don't quite work like that. But it's okay. I'll get you all the information I have.
Just fax it to me. How do these boats normally store their catch?
Well, usually they got what they call a live well in the hold. It keeps water circulating over the fish. Some of the bigger outfits will have a refrigerated holding tank.
Any idea why Wong's boat would have neither?
No, I don't imagine he had the money to upgrade something like that. That'd have to be done in a dry dock anyway. That's pretty strange, really. I don't know why.
How long have the fish stocks been declining around here?
Oh, a while now. Overfishing's the most likely cause, but it's gotten a lot worse the past couple of months. Most of the small guys gone out of business. Wong's the only one still holding on. Or he was.
Well, why don't we go take a look at the Terracon?
Well, sure. Yeah, it's not far from here. Come on. Seattle. Anyway, Coast Guard cutter, the Stalwart, saw a fire on the horizon, rushed out there. By the time they arrived, it was too late. The entire crew had burned to death.
How many men were on board?
Total of 9. Although only 4 bodies were recovered, the rest were presumed lost at sea.
What was the cause of the fire?
Never determined. They have no idea.
Look at that. Fire damage seems to be contained to the outside of the hull. Cabin and the interior don't seem to be burnt at all.
Okay, so what's your point?
Well, how was the crew killed by a fire that only burned the hull? For that matter, why did the fire only burn the hull in the first place?
You got me. You're the detectives. Look, do you mind if I go? I got a lot of forms to fill out. You know, when there's a dead body, wow, paperwork.
Sure, you can go. I'll call you if I need anything. Thanks.
Oh, no problem. Well, it was nice to meet you, and I'll fax you those phone numbers.
Well, looks like it's just you and me. Let me know if you see anything.
Look at this.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Well, be careful with it.
Relax.
It looks like an explosive device.
Well, it could be. It's certainly heavy enough.
Maybe we should call in a hazmat team.
Let's not overreact, okay?
What the hell are you doing?
You really need to cut down to 1 cup a day. It's empty.
What is it?
I don't know. But I do know one very happy lab technician.
This looks interesting.
Looks like Cyrillic. Seattle PD has a task force investigating smuggling out of the former Soviet Union. They've got a full-time translator over there. I can get it translated.
That's fine. I'm assuming you'll share.
Of course I'll share.
Okay.
Well, that was easy. I thought certainly you would give me grief about that.
No, if Seattle PD has the resources, let's take advantage of them.
Well, that's a commendable attitude.
Well, you know what they say about catching flies. Come with me. I want to show you something. See these outlines here on the side of the cabin?
Yeah, it's kind of frightening, isn't it? What causes it?
I have no idea.
It reminds me of pictures I've seen of Hiroshima.
How's that?
Well, the blast from the bomb left the outline of people behind. I don't know why. I can barely remember it. I was only a kid when I saw the picture. Jesus, scared the bejesus out of me. I'm not having much luck over here so far.
Place looks like it's already been dusted for prints.
Oh yeah, so it has. Probably from the first investigation into the fire. Hey, this is strange. It looks like there's a fresh set of prints over the top of the old ones. Yeah, somebody's put their hand on this after it's already been dusted. Either that's pretty sloppy police work or somebody else has been here.
Well, we better have them lifted.
John, it's Craig. I need a set of prints lifted.
Ooh, field work, my favorite. Where?
Camden impound dock. The boat's called the Terracon. These are prints that were laid on top of a previously dusted set.
I love a challenge. Flag the spot for me, I'll take care of it.
Hey, Detective. Truitt from the coroner's office just called. They've completed the autopsy on Mr. Wong. She's found something you ought to see.
Well, looks like we're headed to the coroner's. I can hardly wait. This is Agent Wilmore with the FBI. He questioned Wong yesterday.
I hope you found out everything you needed to know.
What have you got?
This is undoubtedly one of the most unusual autopsies I've ever performed. This man died from a single gunshot wound to the back of the head. Large caliber weapon, point blank range. He was also a drug user. It looks like he was high at the time of death.
That would account for the lack of struggle.
But if the slug or the drugs didn't kill him, this man would have been dead within a matter of weeks anyway.
Oh, Jesus. Why?
He was completely riddled with massive tumors. I've never seen anything like it.
What would cause something like that?
I have no idea. But I've never seen a human being so eaten alive with cancer.
God, I hate coming here.
You know, so do I.
Is that the slug?
Yes, it is.
I'd like to have it analyzed.
That'd be all right, I suppose.
What kind of cancer was it?
Well, here's the weird thing. You see, these are 3 separate kinds of cancer. It wouldn't surprise me if it turned out he had a few more. It's as if his entire endocrine and immune system suddenly went haywire.
Is there a name for this?
Bizarre.
No, I mean, is there a syndrome or something that explains it?
No, not that I've ever heard of.
How do you know he was high?
Well, it's mainly a hunch. Little things, state of craniovascular relaxation, total dilation of the pupils, things like that. I've seen it before, but the blood work will confirm it.
What could have caused cancer like this?
I have no idea. This isn't exactly my field, first of all, but I can't imagine what would trigger something like this. Some kind of massive carcinogenic exposure, I guess. Radioactive materials, certain classes of powerful mutagenic chemicals. Those are the only things that track with what I know.
How long had he been ill?
Tumors are highly unpredictable. A growth of this size would seemingly take a fair amount of time, but he would have been in immense pain.
Which might explain the illicit drug use.
Even with the drugs, a condition like this would be almost impossible to ignore, and the amount of drugs he'd have to take to ease the pain would make him a near zombie. Strange.
Have you seen anything else like this recently?
No, thank God.
There was a case a couple of months ago, a fire at sea.
The Terracan, sure. I remember it. You're the second FBI agent to ask me about that this week.
What are you talking about?
Well, actually, to be specific, you're the third FBI agent. There were a pair here the other day, a man and a woman. They had the bodies of the Terracan crew members exhumed. She insisted on performing a second autopsy.
What were their names?
Sorry, I'll have to look that up. I see a lot of names.
It was Mulder and Scully, wasn't it?
Yes. Diana Scully and Wolf Mulder, that's right.
What did she find?
I have no idea. The bodies are still here if you want to see them.
What were the results of the original autopsy?
They died of severe burns.
We want to see them.
All right. You're not squeamish, I hope.
God, I hate coming here.
Fair warning, this is gonna be pretty bad. These guys had been interred for 2 months. You all right?
Just peachy, thanks. Can we get this over with, please?
Sure. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I think someone's stolen the bodies from the Terracan. You two stay here. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll let you know if I find anything.
What the hell have we stumbled onto here?
I'd like to hear what you think.
Oh my God.
What is it?
I think I know what's going on here. Oh, Jesus. I hope I'm wrong.
What?
They're smuggling something. They're smugglers. Wong worked for the same people as the crew of the Terracon.
That would explain the slicker and the lack of fishing equipment.
So they worked for the same people. You questioned Wong. He was killed because they thought he talked. Your two missing agents have the crew from the Terracon exhumed, and both they and the corpses turn up missing? We've stumbled upon a smuggling ring bringing either radioactive material or possibly chemical weapons into the U.S. from the former Soviet Union. That explains the fire on the Terracon, Wong's cancer, why he was killed, and what happened to your two missing agents. They got too close. Someone's covering their tracks, and they're not afraid to shoot FBI agents to do it. You and I have to work together. We have to stop this. If I'm right, thousands of people might die. I'm gonna have to demand that we cooperate fully with one another.
Okay.
You just got yourself a new partner.
Your tax dollars at work.
Hey, do the words lunch hour mean anything to you?
You're in a mood today.
What do you want?
You heard from Gloria?
Nope, she's still at her mom's.
Hey, when are you gonna pay me that $1?
Did you know that I grew up in Cleveland?
Oh, Cleveland? Really?
Yes. And as a child, I've always regarded it as hell. Do you have any idea how cold it is in Cleveland?
Cold. Very cold. It is very cold in Cleveland today.
But not cold enough.
Did you get those prints lifted?
I just fetched them, Miss Daisy. I still need to process them.
And they say sugar has no effect on children. You working on anything good?
Yes, actually, an art theft. Very cool stuff. Mum's the word.
Ah, so the comic book is research.
Yowza. What is this? A bomb?
I don't know. I don't think so. But I do need you to tell me just what the hell it is.
Your wish is my command. Ah, another hunk of lead. I love bullets. Simple, tough, silent. Kind of like you there, Wilmore. Yet in the right hand, they speak volumes. You want I should match this against the last one?
Astute as always.
I shall make it so.
me. You asked me to call and let you know we got here okay. We got here okay. That's it. Happy Easter.
Hey, it's me. I got those prints lifted for you. That was a lot of fun, I have to tell you. I processed them, but I couldn't find any matches. Ran them against every database I have access to. Nada. Should try it again on your end, you know? Run against the terrorism database, EVE database, ex-president's database. I'm sure you'll come up with something. Sent the digital file to your email, standard format. Later.
You've got mail.
What are you doing?
No, man, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be keeping me informed about your case. Have I been informed? No. I've been kept completely in the dark. You know the policy, always have a backup. What if something happened to you? Where would your investigation be then, huh? Agents' lives are on the line here. You better think about that instead of how you can score points with A.D. Skinner.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down. Let's talk about this, okay? There's no need to go ballistic. Let's just talk.
Oh man, I don't know what the hell's the matter with me. I'm losing it. I've been being followed by two guys in a sedan. I don't know who the hell they are or who they work for, but they're obviously government. I think Mulder and Scully stumbled onto some kind of corruption that runs all the way into the Bureau itself.
I could see your point, but that still doesn't add up to corruption.
What the hell else could it mean? It makes perfect sense. A high-powered smuggling ring is paying federal officials to look the other way. Mulder and Scully stumbled onto it and got whacked. All right, so fill me in.
I don't have squat. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I just don't have any leads that make any sense.
That's too bad. What does Skinner think?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
Well, just keep me informed and I'll do what I can to help.
I've just been a little busy.
Sure, but I can help. If you're as stuck as it sounds, any little thing could blow it wide open. The more I know, the better I can do my job.
So why were your fingerprints found on the Terracon?
What?
The Terracon. It's an ocean-going tug. Burned its...
I know what it is. What are you saying?
Just trying to figure out how come your fingerprints were found on a ship that's been involved in 10 deaths, 2 disappearances, and you should probably never even have heard of.
Listen, I was called in to investigate that fire 2 months ago when it happened. I didn't find anything. Took me a couple of hours, that's it.
So why did I never hear of it?
Geez, I don't know, maybe you were in the can. Look, I never mentioned it because it was way below radar. I filed my report with Shanks, end of story. All right, I may have left a set of prints, but that's all I did wrong. Wait a minute. Maybe that's why I'm being followed. I assumed the crew were smugglers, right? That's what my report said. If they've seen my report, then someone in the Bureau is involved. No, listen, this all makes perfect sense. There's a massive smuggling ring paying federal officials, maybe even FBI agents, to not only look the other way, but to provide outright assistance. including following agents who get just a little too close to the truth. Jesus, there's no way of knowing how high this goes. All right, look. We can't take any chances. You keep me in the loop. I don't want you to talk to anybody else but me until we can figure out what the hell is going on here. I better get out of here before my car is spotted.
Okay. I gotta get to a stakeout.
At the warehouse? Watch your ass.
You have mail.
Do I have news?
Good morning.
What's the matter with you?
I worked last night. What's the matter with you?
I didn't.
What time is it?
Almost noon. We have a burn victim, and the injuries appear to match those sustained by the crew of the Terracon. I have the whole thing on tape. Let me just rewind it. Hey, it's not flashing midnight. Impressive. I like a man who's not afraid of technology.
How do you know about the Terracon injuries?
I got the original autopsy reports. I have them if you want to see them.
Who's the victim?
A John Doe. He was a truck driver for Gordon's Hauling in Charno.
Where did you get the videotape?
Surveillance cam at the gas station. It's not great video, but it still shows the thing.
What thing?
You'll see.
What time did this occur?
6:17 a.m. this morning.
That could be Mulder's rental car. Same make. That looks like Mulder.
Have you seen him?
No, just photos. That guy was at the warehouse last night. Different truck. Same company, Gordon's hauling.
Charno, Washington. So, what do you think?
What was that?
I have no idea, but his injuries are identical to those from the Terracon, and all of the gas station's electronic equipment stopped working. So what do you think it is?
That light looked like it was coming out of that man's body.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? So what the hell was that all about? Sounds like you have a fax. The body's over at Truitt's right now. I'm gonna head on over there and see what she's found out. Oh, I got that Cyrillic document translated. Get this, it was a payroll log. And guess who was on it? Wong. He was paid almost $30,000 in the last 2 months, so I am convinced that the murder was mob-related. Probably because you questioned him. So I guess you did get him killed. I've turned the case over to the task force.
So, what's the connection with Gordon's hauling?
You mean, why was a Gordon's hauling truck both here and at the warehouse?
Yeah.
They were involved in the smuggling.
Where's the truck?
Totally empty. I've got an evidence crew going over it right now.
Where does Terracon fit into all this?
Obviously, they were part of the smuggling. Either they fried themselves mishandling plutonium, or someone had them killed.
What did the man from Charno want with Mulder, assuming that was Mulder?
I don't know, but whatever it was, it didn't look friendly.
Who was he?
Don't have an ID on him yet. He was very badly burned.
What about Gordon's hauling? Could somebody over there ID him?
Nobody answers the phone, and apparently there's no one on the premises. I sent a Duval County sheriff over there. No luck.
We need to focus on Mulder and Scully. Where are they? All this voodoo with flashing lights and burnt corpses is not the case we're here to solve.
I don't agree. If we can understand what this is about, then we can find your missing agents. Well, that settles it. They're smuggling plutonium. God, we have to stop this. They could kill a lot of people. Okay, cowboy, let's go. We're burning daylight.
Where are we going?
To the coroner's office to get the autopsy reports on the burn victims.
I think we should check out Gordon's hauling first.
In Charno? Yeah, it's probably a good idea. It's 4 hours away, but then we can hit Truitt's on the way back.
You have mail.
God, I hate coming here.
As near as I can tell, this man wasn't burned to death in any ordinary sense. He has all the appearances of suffering from Hiroshima-like radiation exposure.
What makes you think it's radiation?
Well, first off, I don't know much about it, but he was burned from head to toe. Literally. Fire damage never does that. Secondly, I cut his clothes off him. They were pretty much undamaged. You see this? That's the imprint of the logo from his shirt. That's caused by thermic rays. Similar effects were observed at Hiroshima. Kimono patterns were burned into the skin of the wearer. Inverse shadows of objects were permanently etched into walls.
Are there any similarities between this and the Tarakan victims?
The effects are almost identical. We didn't figure it out with the Tarakan because, well, it really didn't occur to us. I mean, this is highly unusual stuff, you know. Sometimes we don't see the extraordinary even when it's right in front of us because, well, we just weren't expecting it.
Any leads on the missing Tarakan crew?
No. Whoever did it was good. They got in here, got the bodies without leaving a trace of any kind.
Could mishandling radioactive materials cause burns like this?
Again, I don't think so, but I don't know much about it. Mishandling radioactive materials might account for Mr. Wong's tumors, but a burn like this would have to be a blast of some sort.
You have mail.
Well, they're obviously not very security-minded.
I know, with all this nice stuff around, too.
That's the same truck from the warehouse. We're obviously in the right place.
Are you all right?
It's okay. I found what we're looking for.
What is it?
Look at this. It's a manifest. It details a number of shipments between that dockside warehouse and rural Route 1121 in Fanta County, Washington.
I guess I know where we're headed. This wasn't a wasted trip after all.
Great, let's get out of here.
Yeah. We're locked in. Oh my God. There's a bomb in here. We have to get out of here now. Oh my God. There's a bomb in here. We have to get out of here now. This window's... This window's wired to the bomb. Oh, it's times like this I wish I still smoked.
Are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I find things like this quite bracing.
So I guess you're gonna want me to drive.
That would be a nice gesture.
I never survived a bomb before.
Yeah, well, it happens to me all the time.
Who was that guy? He was incredibly strong.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression. You think he works out?
There was something weird about his eyes. Did you see that?
No, I was too busy being knocked across the room to catch that little detail.
He seemed... There was something wrong with him. Almost like he was being controlled by something.
You probably shouldn't do that. I mean, I would love for you to, don't get me wrong, but we should probably wait until this case is wrapped before we go tampering with the evidence.
So, who owns the hauling yard?
Duh, Russian mobsters.
I guess we know why the gate was left open.
I mean, it wasn't just small-town coziness.
No. The gate was left open so somebody would get in there and set that bomb off.
Yeah, but was it meant for us or that guy?
Was the bomb meant as a trap, or was it protecting something in the office?
Like what?
Information in that logbook? The rural route address, for instance?
Well, anything in there would be pretty hard to read now, that's for sure. I think the bomb was meant to trap and kill somebody. Are you ready to go? I sure am. You're driving, remember?
Right.
You have mail.
Hey, buddy. Good news.
What's going on?
I'll tell you what's going on. I cracked your case for you.
What are you talking about?
Evgeny Smolnikov, known head of a ring of Georgian smugglers. And I have a witness who placed him at the dock the night of Wong's murder. I ordered surveillance on his little love nest, and since this morning, we've accumulated enough evidence to warrant a raid. We leave ASAP. The SWATs are joining us at the site. No need to thank me.
What about Astadorian? We should call and tell her what you're doing.
Done. Already left her a message. I'm the Martha Stewart of crime prevention, and if she gets her took us down here before we leave, she's welcome to play too.
This is my investigation.
Au contraire. This is our investigation. Hey, I'm just trying to catch the bad guys. You do remember that little thing we do, catching the bad guys?
Why didn't you tell me about this?
I was going to tell you, but the evidence just opened up this morning, and now we're going in, and besides, you were pretty much out of pocket yesterday, if I recall.
I'm not gonna let you do this.
Come on, man, what are you busting my chops for? That isn't like you. I'm just trying to do my job. Now, what are you getting all proprietary about? Clearly, that guy is undoubtedly smuggling plutonium into the Pacific Northwest. It's my guess he's a key to your missing FBI agents. So, suit up. Let's go.
You have a warrant?
What do I look like, Mark Furman? Yes, I have a federal warrant from a federal judge.
Who's the witness?
What witness?
Identified Smolnikov?
Oh, yeah. Fred Kohler, 56, indigent. Was sleeping under a tuna net not 50 yards away from the murder. Heard and saw everything.
I'd like to question him.
Sure. Whatever you want. After the raid, he's all yours. Now let's go.
You have mail.
Where's the backup?
I called Seattle PD SWAT boys. They're on the way.
Oh, we should wait.
I say we get this over with. Surveillance reported that Smolnikov entered the building alone.
You were saying?
After you.
Cover me.
You got it.
Cover me.